Hello everyone, this is Abhijit and today we are going to discuss about the quadratic equations. Okay, so what do you mean by a quadratic equation? We have learned about the quadratic polynomial, let's say p of x, which is given by ax square plus bx plus c, and when this quadratic polynomial like p of x equated with 0, then it becomes a quadratic equation. So this will gives us the standard form of quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c, that is equal to 0. Okay, so in the current session we are going to discuss about the solving of quadratic equation by a simple method, that is a formula method, as well as the factorization method. So first one is a simplest method, which is a factorization method that we will discuss. So before doing the factorization method, I will just mention what are the different methods that we can use to solve the quadratic equations. So what do you mean by solving of quadratic equation? It is the process by which we can find out the value of variable x, so that will satisfy this equation. So the way of solving the quadratic equations are: first, factorization method. Second one is completing square method. And the next one is formula method. For using this method, you must know about the factorization of polynomial. Okay, and the key point of the second method, that is a completing square method, is the finding of third term. Like if this is a given equation, so we can write it say x square plus b by a into x equal to minus of c by a. So if we convert the given equation in this form, then we need to find the third term by the formula. Third term is equal to 1 by 2 into coefficient of x, the whole square, and then using we add this third term in both the sides of this equation so as to get the square on one side. So we call it as a completing square method, and then taking its square root, you will get the two values at the RHS, left right hand side. And the last one, which is a formula method, it's quite simple. So you just have to insert the numbers or the coefficients a, b, c in a proper way. So x is equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, so the value that b square minus 4ac is also known as a discriminant delta, and it decides the nature of roots. Whether it is complex or real or equal or unequal. So this is decided by this value in the square root form. So by getting introductory idea about the solving of quadratic equation, we will discuss the first method, that is a factorization method, in detail. So what is this method? So we'll write here solution of quadratic equation by a factorization method. Let's say the standard form of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. As we have these equations and the coefficients of x square, x, and the constant term, we write first the multiplication a into c then uh, split it or factorize this product into two different number, let's say m and n, which satisfies the condition that the addition of m plus n must be equal to b. So this is how we can factorize the product A into C, and the number which we got, that m and n, we will insert in terms of in the place of b. So ax square plus mx plus nx plus c is equal to 0. This is how we get the four terms in the given equation. So we will select them into the pair of two terms. Then we'll take something common, let's say whatever x into whatever here one bracket plus some another value, let's say c, or not a c but different letter we can use, let's say f, into bracket the same bracket. Now here again this bracket and this bracket are of equal value, or they are same in both the terms, and hence we will write the x plus f into this term, that is equal to 0. So after doing this, what we can do, we will equate each of this with 0. Like if you have a into b equal to 0, then you can say that either a is equal to 0 or b equal to 0, or both a and b both are equal to 0, and hence by using this algorithm we will find out the value of the x, or the variable, to get the final answer. Okay, so we'll consider one simplest example and solve it for the value of x. Let's say x square minus 14x plus 13 equal to 0. Okay, so for our first job is to find out or identify the values of a, b and c. From the equation we'll get a is equal to 1, which is the coefficient of x square, then b is equal to minus 14, which is the coefficient of x, and c is equal to plus 13. Now what is our job? So just do the product a into c. In our case it is 13 into 1, which is 13. Then again split this into two numbers such that the addition should be minus 14. Now as we know, 13 is a prime number, so its factor only of 13 into 1. Then to get the addition equal to minus 14, the sign of both the numbers which we have here must be negative. So the values of m and n as per the algorithm that we are having is minus 13 and minus 1. So we can insert into the given equation. So x square minus 13x minus x plus 13 equal to 0. And once we got this, so we can take the similar term common. So x into x minus 13 minus 1 into, since there is a no common term, we have written 1 outside, or the minus sign we have taken outside, so it will be x minus 13. Now you can easily observe here the two brackets, that x minus 13 and x minus 13 in common are common in both the case. So we can write it as x minus 1 into x minus 13 to be equal to 0, or either x minus 1 equal to 0 or x minus 13 equal to 0. So x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 13. So these two are the required value. So to verify whether these are correct or not, we can resubstitute the values in this equation. So the x square minus 14x plus 13 can be written as 1 square minus 14 into 1 plus 13 at x is equal to 1. So this is equal to 1 minus 14 plus 13, and finally it will be 0. Hence the first answer, that x is equal to 1, is correct. Similarly, we can write it as 13 square minus 14 into 13 plus 13. at x is equal to 13. So 13 square is, it is 169. So again it will be 182 minus 182 and plus 13. Okay, finally this will also gives us the value 0. Hence we can conclude that x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 13 are the final answers. Thank you.